If you are a beginner to calisthenics or exercise in general, then this video is going to show you how you can build your backs. I'm also going to give you different tips, techniques and exercises to help you build that V-shaped back that you are looking for. So the first exercise that you want to do when you're building your back is bodyweight rows. Now the great thing about bodyweight rows is they can be adjusted and changed to your different level of expertise right now. So raising your feet is going to make them invariably harder, but if you place your feet on the ground, then they become easier. So bodyweight rows, also known as inverted rows, also known as Australian pull-ups, are a great way to begin building that fitness in your back and developing your pulling strength. But don't underestimate these. They can be made seemingly harder by adding things like weighted vests, also weight plates and other things which you're going to see later on in the video. But this is a great way to get into calisthenics, bodyweight rows. Again, it's going to build the biceps, the forearms and all the other pulling muscles involved. Now we're going to move on to some weighted movements. So let's say, for example, that you've become pretty good at doing pull-ups and you want to develop your back even more. Then you can add on weight to increase the difficulty level of your pull-ups. However, pick a weight that you can control. Don't let your ego get involved and start trying to throw around weight, because you're going to injure yourself. Choose a weight that you can control on the way up and also on the way down, with little momentum as possible and little swing as possible as well. These are a great way to develop the fitness in your back and also the width as well. Now a great rep range to work in when you're doing weighted exercises is about 6 to 8 or even 8 to 10. However, anything over that, then you probably want to move up the weight a bit more. And then you can move on to different variations of the pull-up as well. As you can see right here, I've changed the grip and I'm doing neutral pull-ups. This is going to work the mid back, but also give the lats and the biceps some work as well. Again, another different variation is bringing your hands closer in. So obviously close grip pull-ups is going to give that back more work and also work the biceps in a different way as well. Now this is what you would say a more advanced technique of pull-ups. The closer your hands are together, the harder it becomes. So if you want to try and switch things up and work the back in a different way, then I would recommend these. Now, as I said with the bodyweight rows, there's many ways you can do them. As you can see, again, my hand position has changed on the bodyweight rows. I brought my hands in closer. Again, these have made them seemingly more difficult. And again, on the other side, this is a bit more bicep focused. So if you're really not that strong yet in your back, then I would recommend doing these before you move on to the other version. But again, it's all up to you. It all depends on where you are in your journey. Now we've got isometrics. Do not skip out on the isos. They seem more easy than what they are, but isos are a great way to build that muscular endurance, muscular strength, and shouldn't be counted out. Add them into the end of your workout and you will see the benefits of them, of course. Now, as I said with the bodyweight rows, again, you can add things like a weighted vest. I put a book bag on my chest with a kettlebell in there just to make them more difficult. The goal here is to really build that fitness in your back. So if you can do 10, 15, 20 bodyweight rows seemingly easy, start adding some weight and then you start all over again, aiming to reach that 10, 15 rep range, and then you move up the weight again. Guys, it's all about how hard you make these. And of course, classic pull-ups. You should master these before adding on any weight. You should be, if you can do 20 pull-ups in a row, then it's probably time you can add weight or move on to a harder variation, of course. But pull-ups, king of all back exercises. Well, some may say otherwise, but I think it's probably the king of all back exercises. And again, as you can see, now that I've mastered the pull-up, I move on to weighted pull-ups. The weight again is up to you. Whatever your goal is will depend on how much weight you add. You might want to still work on form and technique, so I wouldn't add weight just yet. And another way you can work your back as well is tempo pull-ups. So you see we've got that pause at the top, pause at the bottom. Really working the technique, working the full back. We don't want to rush it. Remember, you want to work at varying speed. You still use that muscle confusion to work your back in different ways. And of course, you can't skip out on the lower back. We've got dorsal raises. Some people like these, some people don't. I think they're a fantastic way to develop your lower back and also other parts of the mid back as well. Make sure you're doing them properly. And if you can't do dorsal raises, then you can do some reverse hypers. Again, With this, the lower back's getting work, the hamstrings are also getting some work as well. Guys, you got to make it work for you. So if you're a beginner, try out some of these exercises. Let me know in the comments down below which one worked best for you, and let me know if you have any questions in future, regarding different body parts, exercises, and so on. But I hope you enjoyed watching again. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. I am out. Peace.